in your current role as Global Chief Operating Officer, energy prices and energy policies is not only important to us as a company, but it's very important to our tenants. But also, given your Texas roots, it's an issue that you've been tracking your entire career. What's your point of view on the recent drop in the price of oil and how it's going to affect our industry?
When I think about the importance of diversity in a lot of different ways, I think about diversity certainly for our company. I also think about the importance of diversity in the economy. So it's not unusual in my 30 years to have seen points in time in our economy where we've got something that's really running well, and energy's been a fantastic story. Technology's been a fantastic story. So the energy impact to markets like Houston has been very real. It's driven a lot of demand. But when I think about the broader economy, I think not only about interest rates, oil and gas prices, but ultimately I think about GDP and the growth of GDP and a healthy, diverse economy. And when you've got those kind of things all clicking, and I think that the forecast going forward for GDP broadly is quite good. Where you've got a heavy concentration in any market, whether it's tech or energy, I think there's reason for caution. Houston certainly has been benefited in a big way, as has Canada, from the energy boom that we've seen. Prices coming down certainly has everyone, looking at that pretty closely. But I still think that oil and gas can be produced at these prices. I think the ultimate goal for all of us is to have a diverse workforce, a diverse economy, and energy, may ebb and flow as interest rates may from time to time. But I think overall, the state of our economy is quite good.
Well, on the topic of diversity of economy, comparing and contrasting two Texas markets, Dallas to Houston, I think it's very interesting if you see Houston, where we recently did a report where we saw approximately 80%, which is an enormous number,
right,
of new corporate renewals and expansions were energy related. But we also took a look at Dallas, and I believe it was less than 10%. Right. So is that the kind of diversity you're talking about?
Yeah, Dallas is certainly less dependent on oil and gas. And of course, through the 80s, when I kind of grew up in the business, Dallas went through a real tough time in terms of the financial services, but now is a center for tech, is a center for healthcare, as is Houston. So it's a much more diverse economy, looks a lot more like a lot of other major U.S. cities. A lot of corporations are moving to Texas. It's a very pro-business environment. But we're also seeing tremendous growth in a lot of other markets. I mean, you look at the recovery in places like San Francisco, this market in New York City, obviously doing quite well.